You're 50, 60, maybe even 70. And that doesn't mean you don't want sex. You still do. Here's what most men your age don't realize. Women have been interested. They've wanted to sleep with you multiple times, probably. But you missed it. Because you were waiting for direct statements. You were waiting for her to say, "I want to have sex with you," in plain English. Meanwhile, she was giving you signals in 5 different ways, and you didn't catch a single one. Let me show you exactly what women say and do when they want you. These signals work at any age, whether she's 35 or 65. And once you know what to look for, you'll realize how many times you walked away from a sure thing because you didn't recognize what was happening. Here are the 5 signs, starting with what she actually says. Sign number 1, direct hypothetical questions. She's not being hypothetical. She's testing the water. When a woman asks you questions like, "So what would you do if we were alone right now?" Or, "Have you ever been with someone like me?" She's not making casual conversation. She's gauging your interest and giving you an opening. Here's a real example. A man I know, 62, was having drinks with a woman he'd been seeing casually. She looked at him and said, "I wonder what you're like when nobody else is around." He laughed it off, said something about being pretty boring, and changed the subject. She went quiet after that, and the night ended early. He thought it was just small talk. It wasn't. She was asking him to take her somewhere private. She was creating the opportunity for him to escalate, and he missed it completely. When a woman asks you a hypothetical question about being alone with you, about what you're like in private, about whether you've ever done something intimate with someone, she's not being hypothetical. She's being direct in the only way women feel comfortable being direct. Your response matters. You don't need to be aggressive. You just need to recognize the opening and match her energy. I guess you would have to find out. Works better than "I'm pretty boring." Which brings us to the second sign, and this one's even more common. Sign number 2, flirty, playful comments. She makes teasing, suggestive jokes, double entendres, comments that have a sexual undertone but are delivered with a smile so she has plausible deniability if you don't respond. Things like, "I'm not sure you could handle me," or "I hope you can keep up with me tonight," or "You look like you'd be trouble." This is her testing your reaction while signaling interest. She's giving you permission to flirt back, to escalate, to meet her energy. Most men either don't notice or they take it as a joke and move on. Big mistake. I knew a guy, 58, who was at a dinner party. A woman he'd been talking to all evening looked at him and said, "I bet you were a heartbreaker back in the day. Probably still are." He smiled, said, "Not really," and went back to his food. She was opening the door. She was signaling that she found him attractive. She was giving him a chance to engage with that energy. Instead, he deflected, and the moment passed. When a woman makes a flirty, playful comment, she's not just being friendly. She's flirting, and she's waiting to see if you'll flirt back. You don't need to come up with the perfect line. You just need to not shut it down. Maybe you should find out works. Depends on the company works. Anything that keeps the playful energy going instead of killing it with modesty or deflection. And sometimes, though it's rare, women skip the subtle approach entirely, which is the third sign. Sign number 3, verbal affirmations of desire. Some women are blunt, not many, but some. And when they are, there's no ambiguity. "I want you. I'm thinking about you. I'd love to be with you right now." If you hear something like this, she's explicitly stating interest. Most men over 60 assume women their age or younger wouldn't be this direct. So when it happens, they're caught off guard and they don't take it seriously. They think she's joking or being dramatic, or they've misunderstood. A friend of mine, 67, was saying goodnight to a woman after their third date. She looked at him and said, "I really don't want to say goodnight yet." He said, "Yeah, it's been a nice evening," kissed her on the cheek and left. She texted him the next day saying she thought they had a connection, but maybe she was wrong. He was confused. He had no idea she'd been telling him she wanted to stay the night. When a woman says, "I don't want this to end," "I wish we had more time alone," or anything that explicitly references wanting to be with you, she's not being poetic. She's being as direct as she knows how to be. Don't overthink it. Take her at her word. Now, if you're watching this and realizing you've missed these signals more times than you can count, subscribe to this channel, because I'm breaking down what women are actually communicating so you stop walking away from opportunities you didn't even know you had. Hit that subscribe button. Now, those are the 3 things women say. But words aren't the only signal. Here's what they do when they want you. Sign number 4, inviting physical contact. She touches your arm when she's making a point. She puts her hand on your shoulder when she laughs. She sits close enough that your legs touch. She finds reasons to be in your personal space. She lingers when she hugs you goodbye. This is a big indicator because women don't casually touch men they're not comfortable with. If she's initiating physical contact, she's comfortable with intimacy. She's showing you, not just telling you, that she's open to more. Pay attention to the touch. Is it brief and polite, or does it linger? Does she pull away immediately, or does she stay close? A woman who wants you will find reasons to touch you and reasons to stay in your space. And I've seen men completely miss this. They'll be sitting next to a woman who's leaning into them, touching their arm every few minutes, laughing with her hand on their knee, and they're so focused on the conversation that they don't register what's happening physically. Touch is one of the clearest signals women give. If she's touching you, especially in ways that aren't strictly necessary, she's interested. Don't overthink it. Just be present and notice, which leads to the 5th and final sign. Sign number 5, making time for alone moments. She actively creates opportunities to be alone with you. She suggests you come over to see something at her place. She mentions it's getting late, but she doesn't want the night to end yet. She finds reasons for the 2 of you to step away from the group. Notice the phrasing. Yeah, come see something at my place isn't about the thing. I don't want to go home just yet isn't about transportation. She's signaling that she wants privacy with you, which often leads to intimacy. Men miss this because they take it literally. She says, "Come up for coffee," and he thinks she actually wants coffee. She says, "I should probably get going, but I'm having such a good time," and he agrees that, yeah, it's late, and lets her leave. A man I know, 64, was walking a woman to her car after dinner. She said, "I don't really want to drive home yet. Want to sit and talk for a bit?" He said, "Sure, but it's pretty cold out here. Maybe another time?" She smiled, said okay, and drove off. She wasn't asking to sit in the cold. She was asking to spend more private time with him. Whether that meant sitting in the car, going back inside somewhere quiet, or going to one of their places, she was creating the opportunity. He didn't see it. When a woman creates opportunities to be alone with you, especially late in the evening or in private settings, she's not doing it because she loves conversation. She's doing it because she wants to see where things go when it's just the 2 of you. Now, everything I just showed you, these 5 signals, they're real. Women use them constantly. But most men over 50 have no idea what they're looking at, which is why the man women want but won't admit breaks down. Not just how to recognize these signals, but how to position yourself as the kind of man women give these signals to in the first place. The confidence, the presence, the way you carry yourself that makes women feel comfortable being direct with you. Link to download the book is in the description and pinned in the comment section. Because here's the truth. Recognizing the signals is half the battle. Being the man women feel safe giving those signals to is the other half. So now you know. When a woman asks hypothetical questions about being alone with you, she's not being hypothetical. When she makes flirty, playful comments, she's not just being friendly. When she tells you directly that she wants to be with you, she means it. When she touches you and lingers in your space, she's comfortable with intimacy. When she creates alone time, she's creating opportunity. These signals don't change with age. A woman in her 30s uses them. A woman in her 60s uses them. The only difference is that women your age are often more subtle because they've learned to protect themselves from rejection. But the signals are there. You just have to see them, and now you will. So subscribe to this channel for more insight into what women are actually telling you. Hit that subscribe button and share this with men who need to stop missing obvious signals. And drop a comment. Which of these have you heard? Did you miss the signal? What did she say that made it obvious she was interested? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your stories. I'm Avery Scott, and I'll see you on the next one.